Goddamn, I starting to swear. I feel like YouTube's getting even slower and slower when it comes to actually connecting streams. Yeesh. I wish it were like Twitch where you just all you have to do is just go live and that's it. That's all you needed to do. I kinda wish it was like that, but unfortunately it's not like that. But anyways, enough about complaining. Well anyways. Today's gonna be well perhaps a farewell day. By the way, we'll probably get into that. I might as well ask you guys to I might as well ask you guys. If you guys want to help support the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more. That's all I'm gonna say for that. That for now. Oh, and feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below if you're watching this specified. But anyways, yeah, today's gonna be a bit of a interesting day. So this might be the last Granblue Fantasy Relink stream. For well, ever actually. I've been doing a bit of checking here and there, and so far I haven't really found any news about whatchamacallit. Oh yeah, about any updates for this game. So yeah, this might be the last stream. Might be. But we're gonna try to hold out until the end. If something new happens, then well, I'll probably continue this. But if not, then no, yeah. Well, hope I'm coming through. Anyways, but yeah, if you don't get anything new, then yeah, I'll probably just quit the game. I'll probably just let people know on the Discord. And by the way, if you wanna hop onto my Discord, link should be in the description down below. And we dropped frames already. Crap. Alright, well, whatever. Hopefully I got through. If I didn't, then oh well. Hopefully you got it. Hopefully you don't feel betrayed when I stop streaming this game, which might be next week. We'll have to see. Oh, but anyways, yeah, I think today we're just going to be doing, let's see, Siegfried's and, Id's Fate episodes. And after I think I might just end the stream since there's not really much else to do. I guess I could grind, but I don't know. But that's going to get a little bit lame. But anyways, let's go ahead and, do this. Anyways, let's see, you know what? I think I'll save it for last. Let's try out, or rather, check out Siegfried's episode first.
団長と出会ったのはいつのことだったか。まあ、正直なところそれが多難な時期だったことだけは間違いない。
By the way, I might let the voice actors do their thing during this session, since this is probably going to be like the last episode, so I might as well. Anyways, I'm still going to read things out loud. I can no longer recall when I first met Cheatable. All I can say is our paths crossed in the dark times, when nights were sleepless and winds whispered with insidious intent.
矜持の連続だった。祖国を救うため近隣の国々を駆けずり回ったことは一度や二度ではない。時には祖国の大殺しの汚名を着せられたことすらあった。
Also, I realized wait, whoever was handling Siegfried's voice actors to the mic, I probably should have boosted it a little bit because I'm actually kind of having a hard time hearing him. Fiendrek, my homeland, was crumbling from within, consumed by the weakness of our own people. I ventured abroad to seek help from our neighbors, but this rendered me blind to the schemes hatched in the hearts of our court. When I returned, the rudder and the adder sprung, and I found myself falsely convicted of regicide.
だが、俺には団長という存在があった。団長率いる気空団の助力は大きく、俺は多くの困難を退けることができた。
Disgraced, I fled the kingdom and wandered for a while in the pathless wilds. Perhaps I would still be there, slowly fading into shadow had the crew of the Grand Cipher not come for me. Cheatable, who had never doubted my innocence, led me back to Fiendrek and cleared my name. My honor was restored.
そして 団長の行く末を見届けたい気持ちもあり、今や俺も気空団の一人として共に空を旅している。
Thus concluded the career part of my tale, but the grand cipher's missed with just the beginning. I joined the crew to see this story unfurl.
一筋縄ではいかない旅だったことは否定できない。だがそれ以上に興味深い旅であったことも間違いない。
Our journey, like all great journeys,
様々な国を訪れ、様々な武人と出会うこともできた。
Alright, let me try again. Our journey, like all great journeys, I passed through both sorrow and joy. We have traversed the wilds, crossed kingdoms forgotten, and met all sorts of folk.
いつも思う。実に不思議な縁だと。わずかでも歩みが異なれば、決して結ばれる縁ではなかった。
I have always found the meeting of people to be miraculous. Throughout the course of history and on into the future, there have been and will be at least many people as stars in the sky.
不思議な言葉だ。様々な縁があるからこそ、今俺はこうしている。
For any two souls to come together is as wondrous as looking up into the night and seeing your image set against the velvet and winking nights.
だから、というわけでもないが、今日も俺は団長と共に剣を振るう。
I do not know if it was fate that brought me and Chiebo together, but I do know I will never meet such a person again.
この日々を、この縁を守るために。
I intend to set sail with the crew to whatever end, even to the bottom of the skies. And the ground. Okay, let's see, it's still 10 episodes. I'm not sure how long these episodes are going to be. I feel like they might be quite as long, but we'll have to see. Perhaps longer than Yordaha's paid episode, and cool looking armor.
かつて俺は傍若無人の暴れ者だった。孤独を好み、近づいてくる者すべてを傷つけた。もしあの日々が続いていれば、きっとどこかでのたれ死んでいたことだろう。
In my youth, I was vain and headstrong. I shunned the company of others, hurting all who came near me. If I had continued that path, it's likely I would have died alone, with no one to mourn my loss.
そんな時に出会ったのが、祖国フェードラッヘの戦王ヨゼフだった。
But that was not to be.
ヨゼフ王との出会いは、まさに俺の人生を変えてしまった。
I'm just gonna let this play out. There we go. I was discovered by Yosef, the former king of Fingdrak, found quite literally by the side of the road.
冷静に考えるとおかしなものだが、ヨゼフ王は道端で、そう、文字通り道端で出会った俺を騎士に登用した。
Though at that time I slew monsters solely out of malice, His Majesty looked at my blade and saw what took life could also save it.
あの時俺は目障りな魔物をただ切り伏せただけだ。それが結果的にヨゼフ王を助けることにつながり、そして関心を引いたらしい。
He united me, and under his guidance, I learned about honor and friendship.
俺はヨゼフ王の下で騎士道を学び、人との縁を、つながりを持つことの意味を知った。
I found meaning in existence. That's all that said.
それは大きく俺の人生を広げた。
But in our world, love is inextricable from grief.
生きるために竜の血を飲んだこともあった。騎士にならなければ経験せずに済んだ悲しみもあった。友を失い、多くの部下を失い、人の悪意にさらされました。
New friends and brothers were lost. People that I had trusted turned upon me. Loyalty had imbued me with pride. Now it taught me desperation. Once this desperation drove me to drink the blood of a dragon.
だが、騎士になったからこそ経験できた喜びもあった。ランスロット、ベイン、 パーシバル。
This isn't to say I regretted becoming a knight. Lancelot, Vane, Percival. The friendship of those three alone is worth any price.
善と有望な若者たちと出会えたのも俺が騎士になったから、ヨゼフ王に出会えたからだろう。
Also, yeesh. I learned the greatest lesson of all from them. That no matter how much is lost, we may always find hope in the younger generations. They are what we must fight to defend. They are our purpose.
振り返って改めて思う。俺はヨゼフ王に出会えてよかったと。そのおかげで俺の世界は広がったのだと。
And to think this was all set into motion by a single meeting on the side of the road.
年を追うごとに感謝の気持ちは強まっている。だが礼を伝えられる機会はもう二度と来ない。
As I grow older, it becomes clear how much I owe to King Joseph, but I shall never be able to thank him in person again.
だから俺は別の形で恩を返すと誓った。ヨゼフ王が残した祖国を守る。そのために人生を捧げようと。
This is why I swore to repay him in the only way I know how, by dedicating what is left of my life to the future of his country. Yes. Also, I don't like hearing some. Like one moment, I need to actually boost the music, or not the music, but the sound up. I think it was this, and audio. Actual volume set to 7. Let's bump that up to 8. Whoever was working on Siegfried's voice, you need to do a better job, like raising his voice, because goddamn is he quiet. Like, at least boost his mic up a little bit. Barely hear the man.
騎士となり、
Okay, it's a little louder now.
元で様々な人々と出会った俺は、黒竜騎士団の団長を務めた。
I know King Joseph would not want me to grieve him. I grieve overly much for him, but he turned me from a vagabond to the captain of the Black Knight Dragons, or Black Dragon Knights.
大王なるヨゼフ王は関心によりその命を奪われる。なおその上に、俺はヨゼフ王を殺害した犯人に仕立て上げられてしまった。
Under his rule, the bases were all ennobled, tall towers were raised, and withered fields burst forth into color. He might have done much more, had the traitor's hands not cut his life short.
自らの潔白を証明する手立てもないと判断した俺は、ひとまずその場を逃げることしかできなかった。
The royal consul, Isabella, covetous of his power, killed the king and smeared the guilt of it on me. Unable to prove my innocence, I was forced to flee the capital.
何しろ大殺しの大逆人にされたのだ。俺自ら指導し育ててきたランスロットら次世代の騎士たちにこの身を追われることとなったのは当然の結果だった。
For weeks, I was hunted by soldiers I had trained by my own hand, Lancelot foremost amongst them.
国を追われる身分に貶められたことはどうでもよかった。そもそも騎士団長の地位とて望んだものではない。
My name was now reviled, scrubbed like a stain from the halls of honor, but this caused me little pain, for I never hungered for fame or titles.
だが俺は戦王ヨゼフに恩がある。俺の世界を広げてくれたただ一人の主。彼は最後にこう言い残した。この国を正してほしいと。
I served the crown because I loved my country, the same reason for which King Joseph wore it. Even as his body was broken and he laid on the threshold of death, he called only for the mending of Beandrock.
だからこそ彼が残した国が、彼が繁栄を望んだ国が関心によって荒廃することは許せなかった。
I would not let our home waste away under the shadow of Isabella's ambition.
故に俺は祖国に追われながら祖国を救うべく尽力することとなる。
I returned to the marches where I dwelled in secret, gathering information.
この時俺は ランスロットに何も伝えなかった。大殺しの汚名を着せられたことの真相も、単独で行動し国家の重鎮に歯向かおうとしていた理由も。
I worked alone, and even Lancelot was kept from my counsels. I did not tell him of my innocence, nor why I sought out to cut the now festering heart of our court.
説明できる状況ではなかったことも一因ではある。だが俺なりの指導のつもりだった。
My silence was not due to a lack of trust. It would have been impossible for me to reach Lancelot unseen. Any attempt at communication would have likely ended with my arrest. But even had there been a clear path to Lancelot, I would have kept it to myself. Also, the stream is dying. I think I'm just trying to keep going on even if we are dropping frames. Apologies.
ランスロットはその若さゆえに、良くも悪くも感情が表に出やすい。俺の後進として騎士団を託す以上、国の命令や感情に盲目的に流されるのではなく、自らの理性で判断するという経験を積ませたかった。
Lancelot was and still is young, and young minds are easily molded. If I was to leave the protection of the kingdom to him, I need to make sure that he was more than just clay, that he had an incorruptible, ironclad core. I need to be sure that he was not the type to blindly follow orders or emotions.
幸いというべきか。ランスロットには頼れる仲間がいた。幼馴染のベインや事の最中に出会った団長たち。
He wavered as we all do, but fortunately he was not alone. He had the support of his childhood friend, Bane, and of Vegetable.
彼らの助力もあり、戸惑いつつもランスロットは自ら真実を見出そうと決意。ついには俺と共に祖国を救うに至った。
They were his light and anchor, and with their help, Lancelot navigated through the swirling tides of intrigue and arrived at the shores of truth. We were thus reunited and together delivered Fiendrak from Isabella's
そ
clutches.
してこの事件がきっかけとなり、以後俺は騎空団の一員として長い旅に出ることとなる。
I had fulfilled King Yosef's last wish, and Lancelot had come into his own. It was time for me to step down and place the country into the hands of the young. And so it was that I put the rolling hills and bright walls of my home behind me and embarked on a journey of discovery across the skies. A mouthful. Also, Ashley's still coming through a bit quiet. Whatever. I'll just keep going.
ゼーガグランデ空域。団長にとってはもちろん、俺にとっても初めての空域だ。
Siegfried Grande, another new skydom where the clouds had hid unfamiliar
騎
tales.
空団の一員として旅を続けてつくづく思ったが、新たな場所へ向かうというのはなかなかに心が躍る。
My travels aboard the Grand Cipher has taken me to many far-flung places, where I have found that there is yet enchantment in this world.
思えばの浄化に役立つ貝を見つけたこともあった。手強い相手と刃を交えることもあれば、異国の文化に触れて見聞を広めることもできた。
We are brawling really hard. Like we're getting shook up so hard, I feel like I'm inside of a mixer. Anyways, I sought after magical cheese shells with the power of Teal Kingdoms. I've crossed blades with legendary warriors, and I've even heard strains of alien music, which, though strange to my ears, still spoke to my heart.
すべては団長と共に旅に出たからこそだ。
But no matter how far I roam, my thoughts are constantly with the country King Yosef left in my keeping.
だが騎士というより、俺個人の習性というべきだろう。新たな空域に到着し、新たな国を訪れた俺の視線は、自然とこの国の軍事組織へ
Yeah,
と
we're
向けられ
dropping
て
more
いた。
frames. You know what? I probably should have just left this on, what do we call it? No, what? Never mind. This might be a little bit too much to explain. But I probably should just left down the previous settings. But anyways, when we alight in a foreign land, I find myself drawn not to gardens or taverns, but to places of law and order.
将来祖国フェードラッヘがこの国と国交を結ぶ価値があるか、あるいは脅威となりうるかを見定めるためだ。
I am ever seeking new allies for.
が残した祖国を守るために。
Let me try again. I am ever seeking new allies for Fiendrock and rooting out her enemies.
染みついた習性とは難儀なものだ。見知らぬ地に降り立つ時は、本来であればまっさらな心持ちで臨むべきなのだろう。にもかかわらず、異国へ到着するたび、この国の軍事組織がどうなっているかなどと考えてしまう自分に辟易することがある。
It must seem like I have a mind of cold iron and steel, driven by the thoughts of politics and war, and I have no excuse except to say once a night, always a night.
幸いなことに、この空域に限っては、俺の心配は杞憂に終わることとなる。
Siegfried had almost fallen under the sway of Avia.
ただし、そのためには多少の労力を割かねばならなかったが。
Now, as its people rebuilt, I desired to learn whether or not their fortressness were stronger, and whether any dark shadows still haunted their streets. And find the streets. Also, Siegfried, it's very much likely that there are. Going off of the previous episodes that we covered. Anyway, let's do this. I need to give him a year. Probably just give him a year. It probably might not matter too much, but oh well. I do that. I'll give him Stout Heart. You, Siegfried, and then we'll just get going. That'll do.
Siegfried じゃねえか。こんなとこで何してんだ？
What you doing, Siegfried?
俺がカとシードホルムを一人で歩いている時のことだった。
Vern appeared at my shoulder one day as I was walking through through Seed Hollow.
いいか。ちょっとこの国を偵察しているところだ。
I'm gathering intelligence.
今さら隠すことでもなく、率直に答える。
The dragon wrinkled his snout.
偵察か。詳しくは聞かねえけど、相変わらず仕事熱心だな。
Man, you're a workaholic.
思わず苦笑する。本音を言えば、リーのように素直に異国情緒を楽しみたいところだが、この身に染みついた習性はそう簡単に消えるものではない。
He wasn't incorrect. I did want to lay aside responsibility and stroll unburdened in the sun, but I couldn't rest easily when duty called.
そうだ。なら手伝ってやろうか。おいらなら空も飛べるしよ。
Hey, what if I help? Two wings are better than none.
確かに空を飛べる B なら偵察の相方としては申し分ないだろう。だが俺は単独行動の方が慣れている。一人で行動した方が何かと都合が良さそうではあるのだが。
Vern was indeed light and fast, but I found it easier to scout alone.
まあいいだろう。こう見えておいら修羅場くぐってるんだぜ。
Nah, come on, I know how to handle myself.
ああ、そうだったな。
You certainly do.
団長やルリア、そして B は見かけによらず信じられないほどの修羅場を経験している。
If anything, I felt that Tragible, Lyria, and Vern were strong beyond their years, that they had been forced to grow up too fast.
わかった。では頼もう。
Right, Vern, be my
ちょ
guest.
うど暇してたんだ。任せとき。
Finally, something to do. Agent Vern is on the job.
B はそう言ってくるりと一回転した。
Vern twirled
器用なものだ。
Vern twirled deftly in the air.
でもよ、国の偵察って何するんだ？
So, what exactly is this job? What kind of challenges are you looking for?
説明するのは難しいな。例えば国柄というものがある。この国の特質、あるいは成立した事情といったものだな。そういった要素を踏まえた上で 友好国として付き合っていけるか、祖国の敵となり得るかを見定めるんだ。
It's a little abstract. I would like to learn about the values of this country, why it was founded, for example, or what would cause its people to go to war. For nations with similar values are often quick allies, but nations with conflicting values find themselves enemies.
なるほどな。
Yeah, I'm totally following.
例えば、一見安寧とした国に見えたとしても、指導者が残虐で好戦的な素性を持っていれば警戒する必要があるだろう。
Take Fiendjack for example. Our king and people stand for the fellowship and peace. If we were to find out that the leaders of Seattle, on the other hand, favored conquest and power, then we might expect trouble.
おいおい、物騒な話は勘弁してくれよ。
What kind of trouble are we talking here?
安心しろ。
Don't worry, just war.
思わず笑う。
I gave Vern what I hope was a reassuring smile.
僕の指導者相手に過激な手は使うべきではない。ただ、警戒は必要だ。本国とも連携して継続的な情報収集は必要になるだろうな。
I'm not here to conduct a coup. I only seek information to bring back to Fiendjack, which may help in matters of diplomacy.
いろいろ大変そうだな。
Diplomacy? Well, that's way above my pay grade.
なあ、向こうで何かあったみたいだぜ。兵隊が走ってら。
I think something's happened over by the gate. I see a bunch of soldiers running that way.
なるほど。空を飛べるというのは便利なものだ。B は俺よりも目ざとく興味深い情報源を探し出した。
With two flaps of his wings, Vern lifted himself higher in the air and hovered, squinting against the glare of the sun.
シードホルム兵の一団か。興味深いな。様子を探ってみるか。
Seattle's military force. This may be worth looking into. Come. I'm behind you.
幸いなことに何があったのかはすぐ分かった。周囲の人々が噂していたのだ。
A group of onlookers gathered by the gate, speaking in loud, excited voices.
どうやら魔物を退治しに行ったみてえだ。
A monster hunt, huh?
そのようだな。好機だ。追ってみよう。
Let us follow them. We may learn something useful.
この国の軍隊が戦うとなれば見逃せない。俺は B と共に尾行を続けた。
Nothing is so revealing of a person's nature as their deeds in battle.
お目当ての場面に出くわしたのはシードホルムの町を出てしばらく経った時のことだった。
We passed out of the stone city and charged for a while amongst the crafts and dirt paths. Or rather, I did while Vern rode the winds beside me. Suddenly, he let himself rise on an updraft.
いたいた。あそこでやり合ってるぜ。
Spot him! They're going at it!
B が空から教えてくれる。同時に剣撃や獣人の叫び声も聞こえ始めた。
As he spoke, I became aware of the distant cries and clash of arms. Let's see here.
蹴取られぬよう高所へ移動し、彼らの戦いの様子を伺う。
I crept beneath the shadow of dappling leaves, and up a small knoll for a better look.
まずいぜ、ありゃ。
I don't think they can win this thing.
B が声を上げたのはその時だった。シードホルム兵たちは数も多く、逃げ出す兵もおらず、士気は高そうだった。
The warriors of Seed Hollow were many, and their faces grim with determination. And yet,
隊長、もう持ちません。
Captain, we can't hold up much longer.
退だ。我々は民衆を守る最後の盾なのだ。
Stand your ground. If these monsters get past us, it's the lives of your friends and family.
だがいかんせん実力不足なのか、獣人相手にひたすらに劣勢だった。
They were scattered, weak, and on the brink of disaster.
加勢する。
Vern, I'm going to their aid.
俺は立ち上がり、戦闘態勢を取った。
With that, I grasped the hilt of my sword and burst from the cover of the trees.
このままでは
Wow, you're losing to imps. Amazing.
ここから飛びゴブリンどもお前たちの相手は俺だ
何者だここは危険だ部外者は近づくんじゃない
かといってお前たちだけでは対処しきれんだろお前たちは自分の身を守れいいなおっと
By the way, I still have assist mode on, so yeah, we're still going to be doing this. Oh, I'll miss. There we go. I missed my dodge. Oh, you know what? I'm going after that guy. Oh, you know what? Screw you.
あの男あれだけの獣人をたった一人でやむを得ん
No, more like flying them through,
負傷者の治療を
Soldier Man.
助かったのか俺たち
まだ来るぜ上から魔物だ
Also, yeah, there's a lot of them.
沈め
Burn, you gotta fight them back.
我が剣で断ち切る
I took out 2 of them. That means 2 more left, hopefully. Oh, there's one more. I was say, why isn't it ending?
おっと全員無事かまだ油断するな
Yeah, there's always more.
大変ですゴブリンソルジャーの増員が接近中さすがにあの男
Alright, take out the archer first.
動ける者はいるか援護に回るぞ
守備を固め切り崩すぞ手負いで勝てる相手ではない
よっしゃこれで全滅だぜ
なんとかなったな
一体何者なんだたった一人の人間にあんなことが我々とて人一倍の修練を積んできたのだあの程度ならば我々だけでも
最後の獣人の討伐を確認し俺は剣を収めた
The cry of the last monster fades to nothingness. I sheathed my sword.
やれやれジークフリートがいてよかったな
Man, they're lucky we got here in the nick of time.
俺の元にやってきた B がそんなことを言う
Danger averted. Burn drift to my side.
お前たちは
Well met,
助
Skyfarers.
けられたシードホルム兵たちがなんとか体制を立て直しその隊長らしき人物が俺の元へやってくる
The soldiers from Seattle gathered themselves at and limped to form ranks. At their head, a man I believe was their captain stood frowning at us.
危ねえとこだったな
Hey, you guys must be dying to thank us. I think take payments in apples, by the way.
彼らの反応は意外なものだった少なくとも B にとっては
Vern wasn't quite reading the mood.
名のある武人とお見受けする女性には痛み入るが余計な手出しはご遠慮いただきたかった
So you know your way around the sword, or a sword. Great. We appreciate the help and all, but could you not interfere with official military business?
な
What?
我らは誇り高きシードホルムの兵助力などなくとも撃退できたのだ
We're professional soldiers. We can handle monsters without you swinging in to save the day. Yeesh, ungrateful.
その言い草は
Number 1, that's a lie. Number 2, what's with the attitude?
まあまあ
That's enough, Vern.
憤慨する B を抑えるというより捕まえるというべきか
The dragon looked ready to spout fire. Hoping to calm him, I caught him and held him in my arms.
すまない良かれと思っての行動だったが余計なことをしたようだ
I'm sorry, we mean no disrespect.
早々にその場を後にする。この後どうやって B をなだめようかと考えながら。
With a bow, I turned and left that shadowy glade. I did not relax my grip on Vern because I felt I felt certain that if I let go, he would flip back and spit venom in the soldiers' faces. Yes. Alright, well, time to keep doing more of this. We're about to throw down some sick rap rhymes. About to go to town with them. Okay, let's see. Play the Siegfried.
なんだよあいつらの態度。危ないところだったってのによ。
What was wrong with them? They would have been toast without you.
シードホルム兵たちと別れた後も B はしばらく憤っていた。
Vern flew beside me, seething.
まあまあ、俺たちはよそから来た人間だ。事情はどうあれ、メンツというものもあるだろう。
We are strangers to this land. Those soldiers have a reputation to uphold.
でもよ、あんな態度されたら普通怒るもんだろ。
Yeah, but doesn't it get you riled up when people are so rude?
あいつらの気持ちもわからなくもないからな。
I laughed.
俺は思わず苦笑した。
If rudeness were the worst foe we ever faced, then we'd be lucky warriors indeed.
戦うことが軍人の仕事であり本分だ。その戦いで大きく遅れを取ってみろ。誰だって悔しくてたまらないさ。見知らぬ者にいらぬおせっかいをされたと憤るのも無理はない。
In truth, I empathize with them. It is the duty of a soldier to fight. Incompetence on the battlefield is a great matter of shame. My unwanted assistance was a salt in the wound.
そういうもんかな。
I guess I can see that, but still.
ああ、誰も犠牲者が出なかった。それで十分喜ばしいことだ。
Listen, no one was badly hurt. That is all that mattered.
俺が育ててきた多くの後進の騎士たちを思い出す。あいつらも敗北を知るたび、身を裂かんばかりの悔しさに駆られ、そしてそれを乗り越え、強くなっていったものだ。
I had trained many knights in my day. They had gone through their growing pains, tasting defeat and humiliation. Yes, failure is bitter, but it is nourishment, and thus the knights learned and grew, each and every one of them, into powerful warriors.
翻ってシードホルム兵たちの様子を思い出す。
When it came to the finer points of warfare, the forces of Seed Hollow are clumsy at best.
彼らは獣人が出たという情報を受け、実に迅速に行動し、討伐に向かった。結果的に獣人に返り討ちにされたが、少なくとも俺が見ている限りでは、誰一人として逃げ出すこともなく、果敢に戦おうとしていた。
But their sense of duty was unparalleled. Upon hearing the rumors of danger, they acted swiftly, marching without fear into the monster's den. And though they had been forced to the very cusp of annihilation, not a soldier had wavered or fled.
そして負けた悔しさを十分に噛み締めていた。きっと今回の戦いを生かし、次はもっとうまくやるだろう。
Now they too had drunk deeply from the medicine of defeat. I believe it would course through them and like fire and bring them newfound strength.
そう考えると、なかなか見どころがあると言うべきだった。
The forces of Seed Hollow were capable of much, much more. Yeah, but someone's gotta nurture them, Siegfried. Is it gonna be you?
俺はこの国の歴史について調べていた。国の特質を知るには、歴史を知るのが一番だからだ。
I entered the warm wooden interior of my cabin on the Grand Cipher, carrying an armful of books. I laid them on a desk, drew out a chair, and took a short trip through Seed Hollow's history.
なんとも平和なことだ。
Unbroken peace.
それが率直な感想だった。白空戦争以後、実に500年近くにわたって、この空域は平和そのものだった。 人々の争いや青少獣による災禍、強大な魔物の出現も皆無ではなかったが、いずれも歴史の影に埋もれる程度だったという。
For 500 years after the ending of the war, violence has not troubled the skies of Sector Grande. There were your usual skirmishes, of course, power-hungry rebels, etc. But nothing so big it had not been quickly sorted out and buried in the sands of time.
ところが15年前、ダリ島で起きた最悪を皮切りにアビア教団が台頭した。そして最近では各地の青少獣が暴走し、その影響で魔物も急増している。
However, 15 years ago, tragedy on Dali Island acted as a catalyst to the rise of Avia. Ithero, the lethal primals went on a rampage, and hordes of monsters were drawn to the carnage.
それであの苦戦ぶりというわけか。
So that's why...
獣人と戦っていたシードホルム兵のことを思い出さずにはいられない。長い平和には弊害がある。すなわち経験の不足だ。
I thought back to the disordered ranks of the forces of Seed Hollow. Peace has dulled their senses.
獣人や魔物は多種多様だ。奴らとの戦いには知見の集積が必要だ。長い平和はその集積に断絶を作るに十分だろう。
They have forgotten how to handle swords and spears, forgotten how to manage monsters, each one vastly different in shape and movement.
手助けが必要か。
They need guidance. Exactly, Siegfried, exactly.
一人つぶやく。この国の国民や指導者たちの気質は穏やかで、将来的に他国へ侵攻する気配は微塵も感じられない。そもそも空域を越えて他国へ侵攻する手段を持っている様子もなく、結論として直接的間接的に祖国ヘイドラッヘの敵となる危険性は低い。
The people of Seed Hollow seem to be gardeners, fond of orchards and good, rich earth. They had no love for war, nor possessed any means for a great campaign. Unless a revolution were to completely reshape this country, I did not believe it would ever pose a threat to Fiendrak.
シードホルム軍は民衆を守るための軍であり、他国への侵攻が可能な組織にもなっていない。
Its forces existed not to invade, but solely to defend. How long can you keep it up?
そう考えると、あのシードホルム兵たちを放っておけなくなってくる。
Also, okay, I think we're fine. But now they had not they had not even the power to do that. Seed Hollow soldiers were steadfast and honorable. I had seen that, but they no longer knew how to protect their lands.
彼らとて精一杯国のために尽くそうとしている。だが力及ばず自分を、仲間を、あるいは民衆を守りきれなかったとすれば、その悔しさは理解できる。少しおせっかいを焼く価値はあるだろう。
I'd come to admire the delicate flowers and many boughed trees that flourished this climb, and I did not wish to see them trample under a monster's claw or an invader's boot.
ただ問題があった。俺は他国の人間、それも元騎士団長だ。この国に軽々しく干渉しては国際問題になりかねないし、気空団にも迷惑をかけかねない。
I could offer Seed Hollow's forces counsel, but I would have to tread carefully. After all, I was a foreigner, and a former captain of the Knights. One misstep, and I could forever sour the relations between Seed Hollow and Fiendrak.
仕方ない。いつも通り人目を忍ぶとするか。
I will have to be discreet.
俺は戦支度を整え、誰にも見つからないようグランサイファーを後にしようとした。
I threw on my traveling cloak and arranged my pouch. Hearing no footfalls outside my room, I slipped through the door and padded softly down the corridor.
あれジークフリートじゃねえか。出かけんのか？
Oh hey, Siegfried, you heading out?
そして出花をくじかれた。甲板に出たところで B に見つかってしまったのだ。
Alright, never mind, fine. Vern spotted me on the deck of the Grand Cipher. So much for stealing off on notice.
いや、少し散歩でもと思ってな。
I'm going for a walk.
散歩にしちゃえらく物々しいけど。ははーん、わかったぞ。また影でこっそり何かするつもりなんだろう。
On your tiptoes? No way, man. I bet you're going on another one of your secret missions.
図星だった。B もなかなか鋭い。
Though small, Vern had inherited the legendary wisdom of dragons.
まあそんなところだ。だがことが露見すると皆に迷惑がかかるかもしれない。このことは秘密にしていてくれないか？
Guilty as charged, but the few people who know about it, the better. You keep this from the others.
お前がやるなら必要なことなんだろ。ならこっそり出ていかないで、ちゃんとあいつには一言言った方がいいんじゃねえか。
Come on, Siegfried. We all know you only act for the truth and honor and justice and all of that. If you're gonna disappear, at least tell your captain Jiribo will understand.
正論ゆえに言い返せなかった。思わず苦笑する。さすが団長の相棒として全空の猛者と接してきただけのことはある。
Also, I feel like this is gonna be taking a little bit longer. Alright, I'm gonna give this like, well, after one. I'll just try to finish this. I can find no objections. It seemed that all the adventures Vern had been on, all the grand and wondrous things he'd seen, has sharpened his insight.
わかった。そうしよう。
Yes, of course, you're right.
その後、俺は団長の元へ向かった。
I followed Vern to Giobel's cabin.
飛空団の仕事とは別に単独行動をしていいか。場合によっては迷惑をかける可能性もあるんだが。
I can't ask for permission to leave on a private mission, but I must warn you, if things go wrong, it could spell trouble for the crew.
幸いと言うべきか、団長は反対しなかった。それどころか気をつけてとただそう言ったのみだった。
My throat was tight, light nerves, I suppose, and a touch of guilt. But the Jibble did no more than smile and wish me a safe journey.
まあいつものことだからな。
What do you expect? We trust you.
B のセリフであり、またしても俺は何も言えなかった。
Fortune truly had graced me with the best companions. Alright, how many chapters do we have? Alright, just like 4, but I don't know, I'm kind of worried these might be a little bit too long. That's the thing with some of these fan episodes. Some of them are like quite long, some of them are quite short. Should I just rush this? You know what? Screw it. I think I'm just gonna rush this. I'm probably just gonna talk over things. Give me a sec. Game options, audio. Dialogue volume. We'll just make this a little lower, because I can read over this. That's a clear voice feature, what? Let's just get out here. Actually. Okay. Hopefully this is low enough. Does not sound like it, but you know what? Heck with it. Let's go. Knowing Siegfried's voice, this might be quite low. Yeah, it's pretty low. I strode through the gates of Seed Hollow. But what you gonna do over there? Or do here? With a dragon on my tail. I'll ask you the same question. Why did you follow me? Curiosity. What's a cold knight like you doing when he leads the Grand Cipher? Curiosity killed the lizard. But no matter. Vern and Jajibal had offered me their complete trust, so I could do the same in return. Besides, if anything were to happen, I'd be there to protect him. You're welcome to stay, but I'm only visiting Seed Hollow's forces again, to offer my help if I may. Nothing of interest. Sounds something like my bud would do, but I thought you would leave them alone to help them save face or whatever. Yeah. I was, but I realized that in the end, the safety of the people is too heavy a price to pay for pride. That's fair. No offense though, Siegfried. Your ways of word is a little special, so I'll just come along and do the talking. 50 minutes later, Bert and I were in the heart of Seed Hollow, watching its soldiers scurry around about like mice.
これも500年の平和の弊害か。
500 years of peace had truly taken its toll.
彼らシードホル
Seed Hollow's forces had become only an army in name. In truth, the military affairs of the country were run by Zatba, a civilian and information broker. Everyone took orders from him.
ザスバ一家からの要請だ。
Dispatch from Zatba, we got a lost child on our hands. Everyone split up and search for the mother. Yes, sir.
すげえなあいつら。全力で
Man,
母親探し
you
て
ever
るぜ。
just get lost and have an whole army look for your mom?
B が感心している。
Bern hovered by the branches of a tall oak, surveying the commotion with shining eyes.
政治には金食い
It's important to serve your people in times of concord, and in time of strife. But I fear they may have lost sight of their true duty. To be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Peace should never so lull a nation that its defenses are abandoned, and its soldiers turned into clerks and errand boys.
隊長、討伐命令です。
Also, it looks like it might have actually lost the connection, probably. I don't know. Because our top friend just disappeared. Anyways, Captain, new orders just came in. They're sent to clear a horde of goblins camped right outside the city.
昨今は教団の活動
Now these errand boys face hordes of monsters, who have been roused by Avia's machinations. 500 years of stillness, nature, and peace gone, all at the whims of a madwoman. What?
わかった。全員聞いたな。
Oh wait, you're talking about that lady.
準備だ。民衆を守る権
That lady in the story.
発動。
Not the Fiend Jack story, but the Zigga Grande story. But anyways, hear that, troops? Prepare for battle. Drive those goblins away from our homes. Uh-oh. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, good, fix itself. Let's hope it stays that way. Yes, sir. They got bark. Only problem is, the game got no bite.
心配そうだな。
Are you worried about them?
ってよ
Aren't you? You saw them get their butts kicked into the next Skyrim just a few days
そ
ago.
うだな。
I did, but failure is the mother of success.
俺は装備を
You just have to interpret it.
そして言った。
And survive, of course. Also interpret it. I readjusted my gauntlet and shifted my sword on my back.
彼らに実践経験を積ませる好機とは思わないか？
There's a chance for them to grow, and I'll make sure of it. Yeah. And let's do that right now. And it's just Siegfried. Of course, he will be a loner. Or rather, have all the loner missions. Although, granted, I think, what do you call it? I think Gandhi also was a bit of a loner, too.
先回りすべくゴブリンの集団が発見された場所へ急行していた。
Well, anyways, Bert and I left Seed Hollow and turned off the road, being a straight path to the goblins' encampment through the trees and underbrush.
どうやらゴブリンが
We arrived before the soldiers. In front of us, half hidden in the darkness of a cave, flanked the forms of a dozen goblins.
反対ならば大した脅威
Alone, goblins are not much of a threat,
あれだけ
but when they're allowed to form hordes,
あいつら魔物より知恵が回
I know about those smart little suckers. They can fly and coordinate and everything.
飛空団の最古さ
I smiled. Bern was as much as a veteran as I was.
シードホルムの
So earlier, you sounded like you were going to help these soldiers out.
出たよね
So exactly, what exactly have you got in mind?
獣人や魔物に
Or
は
planned, rather.
それぞれ適切な戦い方が
As you know, all the monsters are different and must be dealt with in different ways. We shall
それなら
teach these tactics to the soldiers. Soldiers.
戦はこれ
But from the child, I don't know why I call them soldiers.
B は二人でゴブリンの住み
Found a hearth, Vern and I crept from the shade of the trees and into the mouth of the caves. And now we beat things up, I guess.
よし行くぞ
Let's do this.
ゴブリンの数を減らさねばな
Let's go this way.
見張りを倒し強行突破といこう
シードホルムの兵隊が来るまで時間がねえいいと邪魔だどけうちは必須に準備をしているみたいだ
まだ時間がありそうだな今のうちにゴブリンの数を間引く
ゴブリンだかなり数が多いみたいだけど
適度に数を減らしておくぞ
There's more of them, let's funnel them in. Also, I got never wolves out goblins on them.
よくやがったこれでビビったなんだぜシークリード
And that's all of them.
やったか。こんだけ倒しときゃ、あとは兵隊に任せてもいいんじゃねえか。
まだゴブリンの気配はするが、まあこの程度なら問題ないだろう。だが念のため他の場所も見ておくとしよう。奥へ行くぞ。
Okay, about to say.
見ろよ、ゴブリンソルジャーってやつだ。
Hey, wait, are they fighting each other?
雲についてるぜ。
あれは彼らの手に余るだろうな。ソルジャーだけでも倒しておく必要があるか。
なら他の
Oh, never mind, they're after us now.
兵隊たちの仕事がなくなっちまうしな。
Feet only the. Oh, okay, I see.
よし、
Alright, that works.
残りは彼らでも十分に対処可能だろう。
次はこの奥だ。気を引き締めていくぞ。
おっと、あいつら追いついたみてえだ。急いで隠れようぜ。
やった。
Hey, Bahamut, we did it.
我々の勝利だ。
A day is ours. Good work,
洞
troops.
窟の中に
Bert and I crouched behind the cracking boulder and watched as the troops strode about the battlefield. Not a goblin was left.
そんな光景を
Voices of triumphant rose up and resounded about the high, cool walls of the cavern.
なんとかなった。
All went well, I guess, but those soldiers took a heck of a beating. Bert perched himself atop of a boulder, head cocked to one side. They will continue to grow. They have experience now, and what's more, confidence. They will learn to keep their wits about them in battle, to observe the enemy and strategize.
でもわかんない。
If you're sure, there's something I've been wondering about, though, Siegfried.
なんでジークフリー
You didn't help these people. You're not getting paid for this, so why go through the trouble?
その質問に答え
Laugh
を
softly.
持っておけなかった。
I think you already know the answer to that riddle, because everything good in this world is worth protecting. Alright. Hey. Alright, I need to hurry this up. I want to start before we head into the next hour. Because, well, I might even get to do that. Okay, you know what? I might actually go off, get to water after finishing this Fate episode, and then, for the next part, I think I'm just gonna be reading through it.
リーと共にシードホルム兵の
Not waiting for the voices, that is, but anyways. 3 days after the victors in the cave, Burn rushed to my cabin.
大変だ。
Dude, he's here!
助けた
The captain of Sea Hall's, army is here. Also, I can't believe I said dude.
何？この船にか？
On this team, but anyways, here on the Grand Cipher,
姿を見られない。
my eyebrows drew themselves together. I was quite certain we hadn't been seen.
手助けしたこと
You think he'd figure us out?
いや、ありえないはずだ。
No, that shouldn't be possible.
人知れず行動する。
I lived and worked in the shadows for many years.
あの日
I knew how to remain
ミスの
invisible.
ない
Let's meet him in any case. It would be discourteous to turn him away. I think he's here to apologize.
そうだな。行ってみようぜ。
Agreed. We're a lot of things, but rude ain't one of them.
こうして俺たちは気空艇の一室で彼と再会することになる。
Not because of this image, but because, well, why else would he be here? If not to, point fingers at us. Vern led me to a spacious room on the Grand Cipher, where our guest sat perched on the edge of a comfortable chair, his hands upon his knees. He stood up quickly when we entered.
久しぶりだな。
It's been a while.
考えると
He wouldn't quite meet my eyes, as the young man swallowed rather loudly. I called his last words to me. We can handle the monsters without you swinging in to save the day.
いつぞやはすまなかったな。
It has. I still regret my actions in the forest. Is that what you come to talk about?
違う。
俺の問い
No.
隊長は首
He shook his head vigorously.
今日は
I'm here to thank you. You saved my life and the lives of my
事
comrades.
件のおかげ
感づかれていた。
Sorry, President happened. I wouldn't jump to a conclusion that fast. I remember you saved them. You saved them earlier, Siegfried. You saved them earlier.
となればもはやできることはただ一つ。
It could be about that. I swept my cloak back in a deep bow.
すまなかった。
I apologize for interfering yet again.
いや、そんなことはいい。どうか頭を上げてくれ。
Oh no, please stop with the apologies. You're just making me feel worse. Listen,
この話は
he explained.
3日前、
3 days ago, Sea Hall's army had been called to drive back the hordes of goblins. He had marched his company there with a heavy heart, expecting great losses. But to his surprise, when they emerged from the goblin den, there was not a single missing soldier.
ゴブリンといえば、
Goblins are intelligent. They post sentinels to form ranks, just like we do. Sword fighters and shield bearers up front, mages in the back. Any battle with them should have been tough and bloody. Yet these goblins had set no sentries, and their forces were meager yet scattered. Even the large beasts the goblins kept in reserve have been terribly weakened by the Seed Hall's forces by the time the Seed Hall forces reached it. But what could have worn it out like that? Am I partying too hard? No, someone must have helped us, and luckily, I had an inkling who. Yeah, okay, I see. Well, I guess they did figure us out. I'll admit that. Now he raised his round earnest face and looked straight at me. Yes, his very round, I can't see his face helmet. There was this knight who saved my troops before, who wore jet black armor and carried a crimson sword. Yeah, no way you forget that getup after seeing it once. Burn appeared at my armor. It was matte black, so I could slip by in the night unseen. But I suppose outlining against the light of the sun, it cut a quite distinctive figure. Dress really wasn't difficult. Went with the description to a merchant who deals a lot with the foreign traffic, and learned about former knight captain. I see. Years away from the battlefield had dulled the army's swords. This I already knew, but now I realized it had allowed them to build a rapport with their people, winning them trusted eyes and ears throughout the country. If anyone should be apologizing, it's me. Before I could stop him, he went down on one knee. That day in the forest, I was frustrated and ashamed by the weakness of my troops. So I took it out on you. Sorry, you saved my soldiers, not only once but twice. And the second time around, you made sure we learned from the experience. I really don't know how to make it up to you. Bird and I looked at each other, surprised by the sincerity in his voice. Your kind words are more than enough, and your forgiveness. The young man opened his mouth, but I shook my head. Whatever the circumstances, I still trample your pride underfoot. What's pride when compared to life? To speak the truth, I thought Seed Hall forces were poorly trained and disorganized, from the outsider's perspective at least. By placing a hand beneath the man's elbow, I silently bid him rise. But I see that you have strength and wisdom that was hidden to me. With you in command, I have no doubt your company will go on to accomplish great things. That means a lot coming from you. He smiled, the tension melting from his frame. But the fact remains, I let my soldiers go out of practice. Helped me realize a lot these past few days, and I promise we will train harder than ever to make up for lost time, and become the defenders this country deserves. Good. Never stop believing in yourselves. Seed Hollow, a land of gardeners who derive joy from the bounty of flora and simplicity of peace. Though they were no longer the mightiest warriors, they were by no means weak. No more than the wildflower, who holds aloft its petals in the dry soil and through battering storms. And like wildfires, they continue to wildflowers, they continue to grow and flourish. Though Seed Hall is a small country now, perhaps in time it will rise to become a mighty nation. When that day comes, it will surely make a valuable ally for Fiendrak. Yes. Yes. Alright, and time to fish is up. Yep, and we're definitely over time. I'm going to have to hurry this up. Yeah. I might have to skip out on the water, but you know what? I have to stay hydrated. I have to take care of myself. I'm sorry. Hey, is it just me, or we've been getting less monster hunting missions recently? We as all Skyfarers were used to shouldering the quest of greatest peril, as we've seen more combat than most standing armies. However, through Sacred Grande was plagued, though Sacred Grande was plagued by monsters as ever, we had quite a few days. I think I can explain. Clear raised her hand, eager to impart valuable intelligence. Apparently, Seed Hall soldiers have been super on top of things lately. A monster appears, and before the crew alliance can even draft up a mission, they get in there and solve the problem. Good for them. That means less work for us. Means less jingle in our pockets. Byrne drifted to me from across the room and positioned his sound to my ear. And positioning his sound by my ear, spoken in a whisper. Guess they really got their act together, huh? It would seem certainly so. I looked up at my small comrade in training, and we exchanged a secret smile. Well done, troops, well done. Alright. I'm going to try to hurry this up. Oh, let me do this. Let me actually switch to my boy. My boy. Okay, let's see what to give to you. I feel like that's okay. That's also okay. Sheesh. Was that? Yeah, okay, I did. I need to make sure. You know what? I don't think it's gonna matter too much. I'll just get rid of. Let's get rid of the Aegis. Let's get rid of the Aegis. I don't think we need the Aegis. I don't expect them to hit that hard, so we should be fine. Anyways, I'm gonna be back. I need to go off and I can't drink water, so yeah. Be right back. There you go. Alright, let's get this started after I switch scenes here. There we go. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna have to talk overhead, one. Not sure how loud it is. You know what? I'll just leave it alone. Alright, let's wrap this up and then we'll have all the Fate episodes completed. Let's do this. But yeah, I'm gonna have to talk over him, so hear me on this one. Mother said she would bring us salvation. It was a glorious message, and for that she gained a devout following. As for me, how could I doubt the woman who had pulled me from the fiery wreck, who raised me as her own? I thought that together we could save the Sky Realm, even if it meant cutting down any who opposed us. But over time, the sacrifices began to mount. I struggled. My reason battled with my heart, which battled with my conscience. My mother was pure and righteous, but to sacrifice the entire Sky Realm, no, she just lost her way for a bit. She'd wake up one day and see she strayed. As her child, as her defender, I wanted to believe that she changed for me. Even at the very end, any alternative. Also, oh my god. Stream, alright, I'm just gonna have to read all this again. Crap. God damn it. Okay, you know what? I think I'm just gonna have to put things back to the original setting because apparently this ain't working. Anyways, you know what? Just in case if everything's messed, I'll just read all this again. But over time, the sacrifices began to mount. I struggled. My reason battled with my heart, which battled with my conscience. Mother was pure and righteous, but to sacrifice the entire Sky Realm, no, she just lost her way for a bit. She wake up one day and see she had strayed. As her child and her defender, I wanted to believe that she changed for me. Even at the very end, I was forced to turn my sword on her. I was praying for an alternative, any alternative. But she wouldn't repent, and I was confronted with the full force of atrocities that I had to commit in Navia's name. But there was one light left that guided me. Good. Just follow your heart. It might lead you to scary places, but at least you'll know you're being true to, you're being true to yourself.
忘れた日はない。
Thank you, Lyria. If you hadn't reminded me of my own strength, I'd still be in the dark, following Lilith. I swear to you that I will fix even more than I destroyed, and one day, perhaps I will be worthy of your forgiveness. Also, sorry for being gassy today. Yeah, I just had dinner like a while ago, but that dinner's about to come back at me. More ways than one. Alright, well, let's read this. 15 years ago, Dolly fell prey to a violent catastrophe, one that still lives etched into my mind. There was an explosion, immense and sudden. My home went up in flames, and with it, the only life I had ever known. People were fleeing and dying in all directions. The air was filled with screams and the smell of burning. Yeah, I heard it. The soul-piercing roar of a dragon. My short life could have come to an end that day, except... She's okay, let me be the one to save you. Salvation came in the form of a kind woman. Her name was Lilith, prophet of the Pilgrims of Avia. From that day forward, she was both my mother and mentor. I worshipped her, and the only thing about devotion is, it makes you blind. Mother had followers in the hundreds, thousands, and my simple child mind thought, well, if this many people had faith in her, she has to be good, right? I wanted to desperately be used to her, so I trained to be the perfect guardian. Young kid, one day you'll be as mighty as I. Pharaoh Galanza taught me how to fight. You wouldn't want the other pilgrims saying that you're riding on your mother's coattails, would you? And you must prove yourself. Hero Maglil taught me why we fight. Fuck, I need more water. Your training was harsh, but that's how I acquired the makings of a general. All effort, no nepotism. If anything, I think it has good friends there. Finally, I had some value to mother. Her sharpest sword, her sharpest sword, I never felt happier or more accomplished. I thought we were going to save the Sky Realm. The naivete of it all. Well, I won't beat yourself up that hard, did you? Because on technicality, you did. After we captured the Shaman of Salvation for Lilith's cause, I was assigned to be the girl's keeper. That made me the enemy of the number one to the Grand. That made me enemy number one to the Grand Cypher's crew. That felt a little bit weird. Every time I took Lyria to a primal beast altar, they'd be there and we'd fight. I mean, there was a time or two when we had to cooperate to prevent widespread calamity, but that's beside the point. They were standing in the way of Lilith's mission, putting a path to the promised land Istalucia and bringing salvation to all sky dwellers. Salvation, that's a powerful word in a messed up world like ours. No wonder everyone got roped in her lies. Or in by her lies, rather. Lilith was no more than an astral, desperate to return to her home dimension. And she would have sacrificed the whole Sky Realm to do it. I tried to reason with her. Might as well have asked an avalanche to change course. I turned to prayer. But what are hopes and beliefs without action? So I was left with no other choice. I joined the crew of the Grand Cypher to dispatch my own mother. But I could have never foreseen what would happen next. Lilith did something, freed the monster from within me. The dragon I had seen the day Dolly burned, with wings so vast they overshadowed all of Sacred Grande. Bahamut Versa. But then I learned Bahamut did not cause the Dolly calamity. Yeah, I'd come to stop it. It was Lilith who killed my family and raised my home. She would let me live for one reason. She needed a vessel to seal the dragon in, and I was conveniently nearby. She raised me to win my loyalty and protected herself from the god of destruction now living inside me. But I stopped being of use to her. She abandoned me and let me turn into Bahamut. I don't know how to describe the feelings of flesh melting into scales, of fire filling your stomach. All the human warmth, human blood seemed to rush from my veins, and was replaced by an overwhelming urge to destroy. It was like being swept away in a torrent. Any attempt to fight it only made suffering worse. I was tempted to give in, but the crew wouldn't let me. Apparently Jiwa was sure I wouldn't lose my soul battle with Bahamut, so to help me along, they decided to beat the dragon from the outside until he caught me up. Yeah, not the most elaborate plan. fine plan indeed. But it worked. The whole time they were fighting, they called my name. The sound of their voices brought me back. I split myself from Bahamut, then joined the crew to take it down. We had our losses though. Bahamut hit me and Jajibal with a blow that sent us hurling into another dimension. A man named Roland dove in to save us, sacrificing himself along the way. Also, looks like we lost frames. Or disconnected again. I really hope it saves, because if not, then I'm gonna have to change things back again. And no, I don't think I'm gonna be coming back to do any of these Fate episodes, by the way. That's how we came back to Volca without him. Roland used to be the local Mr. Fix-It by the way, and I took up that mantle. I owed him that much, and I figured that'd be the first step in making amends. Yeah. I really need to pay attention to my stream. But you know what? Oh god. Yep, my dinner's coming right back up to me. Not about grossing anyone out. But can't help it. I'm a man after all. That's where this new chapter in my life begins. Me as the new Mr. Fix-It. After cleaning up some requests, I thought I'd earned some, I don't know, respect, honor, or the crew of Alliance Raphael. But it seems you can't buy forgiveness so easily. So I believe we're all aware of Avia's assault on Seed Hollow. She looked straight at me as she spoke. The actions of the pilgrims, myself included, I left a number of locals without homes. There was a plan to resell the volunteers in Tempio, give them a fresh start. They're going to be out in the open, moving, building. This includes children and the elderly. Their job would be to protect the settlers until their homes are up. Trustworthy skyfarers only. Hey, don't push yourself. You can sit this one out, you know. Rackham laid a hand on my shoulder, but I shook my head at him. We take it. This is right. I couldn't stay stuck in the past forever. I needed to move on. I need to help those I hurt and move on. It was an easy choice, though. Our patron, the family who was bankrolling this mission, didn't know I worked for Avia, and I didn't know I had the guts to tell him. Yeah, I know. How am I supposed to atone for the crimes I'm too scared to admit? Still, one step at a time. Too much of a coward to take a responsibility? Fine. At least I can start by repairing some of the damage I've done. I'd make sure these settlers built in peace. And if one of them happened to find out about my past, then that would be that. I accept whatever punishment they saw fit to give me. It didn't matter where I hid or how far I ran, retribution would find me eventually. Eesh. Confronted by the past, I get the feeling we're gonna be fighting Avia. Oh, don't worry, we got Siegfried with us, and we also got oh, just gonna be them. We also got Zeta with us. Yes, Zeta. He's gonna help us. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we're not gonna fight Avia. But anyways, the ride to Tempio was uneventful. Oh wait, the purpose of the relocation site was to sit here in an old storehouse by the river. There was water here, and the building could be repurposed for homes. The migrants dragged their feet and often looked back towards Seed Hollow. Most have been born and raised there. We've been hired as bodyguards, but for the time being at least, all was quiet, just the sound of wind and running water. Patience didn't take long, only 1 or 2 people had to go at a time. The rest of us found other ways to keep busy. Carrying supplies, repairing the storehouse, prepping materials, cooking, whatever needed doing, we did it. While the adults were building a new body for the village, the children, they were forming a new heart of it. Amazing how kids can find happiness in just about anything. The world's fresh and new to them. Down by the river, they discovered unfamiliar plants and bugs with funny shapes. In the old storehouse, they looked for hidden treasure and lost stories. Sure, sometimes they got in the way of work and were scolded, but you could tell the adults appreciated having the kids around. It gave them hope. You and Lyria were self-appointed babysitters. They called it serious work, but it looked like they were like fun and games to me. Those kids didn't have a care in the world. Well, all except one of them. There was one girl who would glance my way, pretty much from day one of this job. I say girl, but she was a Harvin, so her age was hard to pinpoint. But she played with the kids more than she worked, I assume, so... anyways, it turned out she was a teenager. Uh-oh. That explained the look she gave me. I don't think AK could have been filled with such fear, such anger, such hate. Didn't take much to guess why she had a grudge against me, but she made sure I knew. It happened one day when I was on my way back to the storehouse to stack some freight. She was in my path, and since I loaded a box in my arms, I almost bowled her over. Hey, don't come closer. Her voice was loud and shrill. I won't hurt you, I promise. Yeah, right, everyone else might have forgotten about you, but I haven't hurt because of you! Her name was Shuru, 14 years old. Parents volunteered to come on this resettlement mission after they had lost their livelihoods back in Seed Hollow. She had reason to hate me. During this whole exchange, I felt strangely relieved. Now we're waiting in the shadows, trying to work up the courage to atone. Atonement had come for me. Why are you here? To take our homes? Never. Like, seriously, what does it look like to you, lady? He's literally stacking boxes to help the workers rebuild their homes. Why? If he doesn't want to destroy your home, seriously, if he wants to destroy your homes, then why is he helping people build their homes? All I wished for bare words, to convey even a fraction of guilt I felt, to even give her the slightest comfort. Every day goes by where I don't regret what I've done. I wanted to tell her I was ready to repent, but my voice came out flat and sincere. Yeah, that's to be expected. That's to be expected. We need to work on your people skills, dude. I don't believe that for a second. You're a liar. A liar, liar, pants on fire. It was caught by warning bells. I raced back to the settlement center where I found Rackham. Goblin sightings, get everyone inside the gates, pronto! His voice rose up over the cacophony. An attack? My father just left for the storehouse. Remain here, I'll find him. I left without waiting for a response. Let's do this. Ah. Also, you know what? I feel like... Oh. Oh, what? I felt like I underestimated Zeta, or rather Zeta's AI. I wasn't thinking that she would be good, but after seeing her go, or come at people, I think she's quite a strong AI partner to have. It really is. I was thinking that her passive would be a little bit too what do I call it? Too complicated for her to actually pull off, but I don't know. After looking at it all, or after looking at how she fights, yeah, I think my fears are a little bit misplaced. So what are these rings around me? Where's the rest of the goblins? Oh, there they are. Seriously, where are they? Oh, there they are, come back here. What's the done with you yet? Oh, by the way, I'm still playing on assisted mode. Yeah, I feel like I haven't bothered to do all of this. Only because I'm kind of tired of it. What? Really? I'm poisoned. Siegfried, help. Where'd they go? Well, luckily my healing is counteracting the poison, but still kind of bad. Hey, wait a minute.
誰かいるの？シロルちゃん？シロルちゃんですか？
安心してくれ。私たちは君を助けに来たんだ。しばらく隠れて。
わかった。ありがとう。
邪魔をするな。
Punch! Punch! And get that archer. Kaboom! Shirulu, try not to come outside for a good minute because there's a I'm indecent right now. Look at me. I'm indecent. I'm just a pile of scales now.
混乱の最中にあってシロルを見つけ出せたのは幸いだった。
It was a close call, but we managed to find Shirulu in time.
大丈夫ですよ。
Everything's gonna be okay now. Thank you.
リアが彼女に駆け
Lyria ran over to the girl. I don't think Shirulu was injured, but her face was pale and her lips were tight.
彼女たちがここへ
It had to have been me. The whole reason she looked so pained. If I hadn't forced her from her home, she wouldn't have almost lost her life. I turned and walked a few steps. I'll secure her way back. Bring her when she feels better. Wait, Shirulu needed good people around her. What did I ever bring but suffering? You're really beating yourself over this, Sid. Like, I know you're trying to repent and all, but really. Only made one mistake. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean that's the precedent. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Like, just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean you're a bad guy. The day after the goblin attack, I had an unlucky visitor, Shirulu.
この間助けてくれた。
You didn't have to save me, but thank you. That took me completely off guard. I searched wildly in my mind for a response, but all that came out was I was just trying to do the right thing.
そうね。
Look, Look, if it almost destroyed Seed Hollow, I won't ever forgive you for that. Do you know how many people were hurt? I'm sorry. Like I said, words, not my strong point. Is there any way I can make amends? I'll do anything. She looked at me for a moment, her lips working. She searched for an answer. Her eyes slowly welled up with tears.
あなたが何をしたって。
Can you bring back the dead?
戻ってこないわ。
I didn't think so. If I could trade my life, for even one I'd taken, I would have done it in a heartbeat. But she was right. Those people were gone and never coming back. Or never coming. Never coming back. Don't worry, yet I'm also getting terrible with words too.
だっただけだから。
I can't talk about this right now. Maybe I should have come. Have a goodbye. He turned and walked away. Her voice shook the entire time we were talking, with anger, I guess, and grief. But you still forced yourself to thank me. It hit me then how kind she was. If Avia had never existed, she might have never known the corrosive influence of hate. Our crimes went beyond the people we killed. Even those that survived, they now had to live with the trauma and sleepless nights. It was all so heavy. I was beginning to see like I'd never been able to atone. Not if I had 100,000 years and all the powers in the sky. Yeesh. We knew the settlement was a prime target for goblins. We cleared out a band of them, but there will always be more. We decided to tighten our defenses, more frequent patrols, with bigger teams. I was quick to volunteer for the first shift. Lyria, Vern, and Jadibo came along.
ゴブリン襲撃の時に助けて。
Hey, you notice things are kind of tense between you and Shirolo. Do you want to talk about it? Lyria kept her pace beside me, peering up into my face. What's there to say? My past was for me to solve. I didn't need to make the crew a part of my guilt.
バレちまったんだろ。お前が
Knew, didn't she?
一員だった
You were once a part of Avia?
ビーもルリアも
I'm black. You were once a part of Avia. Alright, fine. Who was I kidding? No one kept secrets with these three or black. Fine. Alright, alright, she knew, didn't she, that you were once part of Avia? Alright, fine, who was I kidding? No one kept secrets with these three around.
いつかこうなることは
Someone was going to find out eventually, just don't worry about it. But Vern and Lyra pushed back. We're buds now, right? Your problems are my problems. Exactly, we can talk to Shirolo together. This is your chance to make things right.
頼れる仲間がいるというのはいいものだ
You know, sometimes, when you feel lost in a hostile world, all that, that's all it takes to put things into perspective. A few kind
俺は
words.
一つだけ頼みたい
Okay, but there's no half-assing it. Whoever Shirolo asks, we give it to her. Do you understand?
こそが
We offered no answer. Their eyes told me enough.
俺の言葉に
Sins only burned away through atonement.
黙ってしまっ
This was the way things had to
た
be.
やって
We walked a while in silence, until finally Jable
自
nodded.
分たちのすべき
And I
ことをする
Was told the crew,
それだけは
would
約束する
do what was right. Yes. Exposed. What is it hiding? Find out next time on the next Fate episode of Granblue Fantasy
が
Relink.
大きく変化していた誰も彼ら
Give me
は
one sec.
明白な敵意を俺に向けてくる
Stay hydrated. Days passed as the mirrors of settlers were, when they were around me began to change. Bright eyes turned into cold stares, open hands clenched the fists, eyes morphed into sneers.
視線だけではない
Began to avoiding me too.
理由を推
It was easy enough to guess why. On an afternoon under the great clouds, the rest of the crew gathered around me in a show of solidarity. I recommend keeping your distance. I'm a known criminal now.
シロルという少女
I stared ahead of me in empty space. Maybe Shirulu had told the others about me. Maybe she hadn't. What did it matter? Truth was bound to come out eventually. This was justice.
人さんにだって
But then, you didn't hurt anyone because you wanted to. You're being controlled.
クリアを始め
Diable knelt beside me and pointed out the excuses I had rehearsed in my mind a million times before.
子供の時にリリス
That as a child, I couldn't know the difference between right and wrong. That as an adult, I was blinded by my love for Lilith. That in choosing to turn against my family for the sake of disguise, I had sacrificed the most.
どんな状況だった
Yeah, I had misguided intentions. So what? It was. If that were a real defense, we wouldn't have been villains, would we? I deserve to be judged.
俺の決意の
They all fell silence after that. Also, oh my god, did I lose? Oh. Hopefully that carried through. Hopefully that carried through. It probably didn't, but god damn it. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna have to put things back the way they were. Anyways, let's do this. Day of Reckoning. Let's do it. Yeah. More goblins! Surprisingly, no Avia.
その日俺のも
Shirulu found me during one of my patrols. He stood in front of me, fidgeting with the cloth
これまで
of her skirt.
ごめんなさいあなたとの
I'm sorry, I only told one person. It didn't tell how everyone found out.
正直に言う
With all due respect, save your
シ
apologies.
ロルは何も
I looked back. I realized I should have chose my words more carefully. Something like, you don't have to apologize.
紡いだ
All you told them was the truth.
目を向けられ
You know,
ることも
something a person with a heart should have
これ
said.
は俺が
そんなのって
No, you don't get it.
シロルは
Yeah, she had a right to be upset. Only I could have sounded so accusing when I meant to say it wasn't your fault.
お願
Ugh.
い一つだけ
Just tell me one thing. Did the church really brainwash you? And did you really have to fight your mother?
どこでそのことを
What? Where'd you hear about
あ
this?
なたの仲間の
Your friend told me. Jadable.
そうか
Of course.
団長は言った
Jadable promised me the crew would do what was right.
シロルに俺の
Guess that meant giving my whole backstory to Shirulu.
誰から聞いたかな
Anyways, it doesn't matter where I heard it. What matters is whether it's true or not, so...
俺には質問の意
Why does she need to know?
だからこう
But
答えるしか
would my good intentions bring back the dead? Shirulu knew the answer to that as well as I did.
俺の罪とは
My past is no excuse.
それじゃ
So it's true, you're a victim, just like us.
シロルは衝撃を
No, I was the perpetrator. I had to be the perpetrator. How else could I explain the guilt that sat on my chest and made it so hard to breathe? Before I can say any of this, I was interrupted by a shrill ringing of warning bells. What's going on? Just as before, Rackham was making rounds to explain the situation. It looks bad. Our supply runners are under goblin attack. Supply routes were the lifeline of any settlement. They needed to be cleared immediately. I'll head out now. Shulu, find your family and get to safety. Okay, I won't leave the village this time. Good. I met with the others and we left for battle. Actually good, because I'm going to do... Okay, never mind. Wanted to transform, but I can't transform. And then you didn't dodge that at all. Alright, well, never mind. They probably got them. What? Oh, there they are. And they're running for more. Oh wait, no, they're going for the village. Oh. Yeah, go back. I can handle this. Well, I can't use my Ragnarok form. Oh, bust that out. Alright, let's do this. Also, my teammates decided to disappear on me. Alright, hold on. I'll turn it on once we get down there. Alright, they come. Get him! Where's the rest of them? Also, we're losing a lot of frames. They show us that you're too strong. You're far too strong. You're breaking the stream. I would stop you, but you're doing a good job. And we lost connection on. At least I think we lost connection. Give me a sec. Yeah, I might have to go back to the old settings. I don't like using the old settings, but at this point we don't have much of a choice. Yeah, we're just... Oh my god, am I getting throttled? Or is it getting a little bit too intense? Which is kind of ironic because it was intense before. More powers. Oh, I need to... Oh, jeez, alright, no, I'm literally hoping it saves or something. Or saves the bot at least, because, yeah, the fairy's just dying. Okay, you know what, I can't let this happen. God damn. Why did it have to happen like this? Alright, hold on, I'm gonna drop this as low as possible. About as low as I'm willing to go. Stream. Oh my god. Really? Oh my god, I feel like I'm just being throttled. This keeps happening, I swear. And we're still losing frames. Holy crap, we're losing a lot of frames, by the way. Let's see. Can't really turn this on. Alright, you know what? It is gonna hurt a lot, but you know what? We don't really have much of a choice. That low. I need to check up. What time do we even have? Yeesh. Yeah, the thing is dropping really hard. It's like the frame rate. Like right now, the frame rate is dropping like a sack of bricks. Oh my god. Yeah, this ain't helping at all. I'm starting to think we might be getting throttled here. Like, it has to be. Alright, well. What? I'm probably just set this up. Fastest. Need all help. Yeah, it's not very help. Alright, it's not doing very much. Alright, well. I hate to end things this way, but I think I'm just gonna have to keep going. Because there's not really much I can do about the frame rate right now. Like, right now, like, I have the frame rate set as low as possible. And so far, that's like about as low as I can go. Like, any lower, and it's like really away from the microphone. It really, well, not sure not much I can do about that, too. Especially with the way my desk is settled. There's not really much space for me to put a microphone around. I only have like one spot to do that. Okay, now we're kind of overloading our bitrate. You know what? Screw this. Yeah, you guys are just gonna have to put up with it. I'm sorry. Alright, it's fixing itself, but goddamn. Make that 20. Also, I didn't get to transform. Yeah. Because, this mode won't let me. Ugh. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the original. Also, jeez. I can set it back to high, but fortunately that won't be enough. Well, no, I could. But we're kind of almost done, so might as well leave things here. So yeah, sorry about the whole frame drop, the dropping frames things. There's not much I can do about it. Kind of depends on whether the connection is good or not. So far, it's not. It's kind of spotty as of late, but that's mostly because of things. What? Okay, hopefully this doesn't break anything. Give me a sec. That's definitely not supposed to happen. Oh, really? Okay, hopefully this doesn't cause any problems because okay, there. Oh, I really hope this doesn't cause any problems. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to go back to our usual settings. Meaning the stream's gonna look rather shit, but again, I can't really do much about it. My sword cut clean through the last goblin. It's over. As I pulled my blade clear of its flesh, it trailed in an arc of blood through the air. I felt the settlers behind me, watching, judging. You see, I thought, this is the kind of monster I am. I can't believe you did it! You did it, Ed! You really did it! Truly broke the silence with a cheer. For me. For me. The goblins are gone. All at once, the migrants rushed me. Hands took hold of me and lifted me into the air. You're a fearsome, those were fearsome odds, but you pulled through. Saved us, thank you, Ed. People knew I had destroyed their homes, so why were they rallying for me? Sorry, I'm late. What did I miss? Who was now filing back into the village. They gazed up at me, open-mouthed. I'm sure I looked back at them with pretty much the same expression. Oh. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna leave this as is. Yeah, apparently we're having like some, I don't know. Some trouble with the stream? I honestly don't know. But anyway, I'm just gonna keep going on. Another thing, just it single-handedly annihilating a goblin army. So they finally put me down and began telling exaggerated accounts about the battle. I tried to take the opportunity to slink off and find conversation with something more my level. Maybe a tree or something. And they swear you're think where you're sneaking off to. You. Is our resident bad boy feeling shy? I shot Rackham my nastiest look. Probably because he guessed the truth. You should be proud, Ed. You saved everyone here. Jeez. Come, Lyria. As we always, I wanted to be left to myself. Truth was, I didn't think I'd deserve all this praise. So I saved a small settlement. Great. Guess we've forgotten I also raised entire cities. But I guess we gotta save those cities. Jiro strolled up to me and after elbowing me in the ribs asked, how was it to fight for the good guys? That I had an easy answer to. Not bad. I said, not bad at all. Alright, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go in and try to wrap the rest of these feed episodes up. Now the stream is just straight up dying. Yeesh. Starting to lose favor with all this. Literally starting to lose favor with all this. The morning after the second goblin strike, the sun rose on a quiet scene. The river glinted gold, grass stirred in the breeze. The migrants came to with our breakfast and a peace offering. If you attacked our homeland, we'll never forget that pain, but you proved yourself a true ally yesterday. Everyone saw yourself, you risked your life for us. You've earned our trust. It seemed to be leading up to something, so I asked with my usual eloquence. And? Well, if it's alright with you, we'd like you to stay and protect our fledgling village. I could not believe my ears. No, I'm not the person for the job. I committed atrocities. Did? Lyria voice surrounded from behind me. I turned to see her smiling. You're right. Can't say anything, but I got the message. I spent the past few weeks looking for punishment, hoping it would somehow numb my guilt. But how was my pain supposed to help anyone? I had become the new Mr. Fix-It. I was going to dedicate my life to helping more people that I hurt. That was the only way to atone. What's wrong, Ed? Look like you got brooding into overdrive. What? No, I'm happy. Buddy, have you ever heard of a smile? At this, the crowd laughed. I raised the corner of my lips as if testing them. The crowd laughed harder. Sorry to interrupt, but can I have a word? It was one of the soldiers from the supply force. As some of you already know, we weren't only responsible for transporting supplies, we were also tasked with assessing the resettlement effort. And I think it's no stretch to say the local monster presence is deadly. I'll have to ask for the higher-ups to consider relocating. Shiro answered before I could. Not a problem, we got Beast Slaying Mr. Fix on our side. There we go. Yep, no relocation, we just stay there. At the local Mr. Fix-It, I have a finger on in every pie. From furniture repair to monster extermination, marriage counseling, I've seen it all though. I admit, the counseling did not come naturally to me. Though I still wanted to help in any way I could, I would disguise that much. A new request came in today from an old friend. Id, was it just my imagination, or did I see you crack a smile? Lyria materialized at my shoulder and tried to read the forms in my hand. Yeah, work has been nice. I handed her the papers. And there, written in plain view, was the name of our latest patron, Shirlo. Yes, hooray. Well, now that's done, and we completed all the Fate episodes. Hooray! Hooray! Hopefully that came through because, yeah, this stream kind of messed up near the end, but you managed to bear through it. You managed to bear through it all. But anyways, yeah, that might be the last, or that might be it for the stream. Or not the stream, but actually, yeah, technically the stream, and perhaps Granblue Fantasy. I'm going to be keeping my eyes close to the ground so I could see if there's any more updates coming up. But looking at some of the news, I get the feeling that this might be it for Granblue Fantasy Relink. So I might be moving on next week, depending on how things turn out. So yeah. Anyways, if you guys were enjoying Granblue Fantasy Relink as much as I do, then feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more. And also feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. But anyways, yeah, this may or may not be the next last episode. Who knows? We'll just have to see. But hopefully it doesn't. So without further ado, this is gonna be Tengu signing off. And George.
さらばだ。
Sure. Good job, Ed. Good job. Bye, everyone.